Hello, my name is Ben Bailey, and I co-authored this presentation. I will be taking the next couple of minutes to talk about E15 vehicle fuel. E15 is an expression used to represent the percent of ethanol in a fuel blend of gasoline and ethanol. In this blend, there is 15% ethanol and 85% gasoline on a volume-to-volume basis. The EPA has approved the use of E15 in model year 2001 and newer cars, light-duty trucks, medium-duty passenger vehicles such as SUVs, and all flex fuel vehicles. The EPA warns that the use of E15 in unapproved vehicles and engines is prohibited by federal law. Blends above E15 must be used in a flex fuel vehicle, and also, E15 fuel is not for use in small, non-road engines such as lawnmowers and chainsaws. E10 is 10% ethanol and 90% gasoline. It is the ethanol and gasoline blend commonly sold at gas stations across the United States and, according to the EPA, makes up over 90% of the U.S. gasoline market. E10 is warranted for use in any vehicle built after 1980. In order to protect the emission control systems of vehicles and engines, the Clean Air Act prohibits the sales of fuels or fuel additives that are not substantially similar to the fuels or fuel additives used in certifying vehicles and engines to emission standards. However, the Clean Air Act authorizes the EPA to grant a waiver to this prohibition if it can be demonstrated that the vehicles and engines using the otherwise prohibited fuel or fuel additive will continue to meet their emission standards over their full useful life. 100,000 to 120,000 miles is a full useful life for light-duty motor vehicles, depending on the vehicle type and model year. The EPA issued 2 waiver decisions that allow the sale of E15 if certain fuel quality and misfueling conditions are met. To prevent misfueling, these regulations require all E15 fuel dispensers to have a label that informs consumers that E15 can only be used in 2001 and newer passenger vehicles and flex fuel vehicles. Previous studies comparing the fuel economy of gasoline to E10 indicate virtually no difference, ranging from 0 to just over 3% in fuel economy. Adding 5% more ethanol should have only a small effect on fuel economy, especially in newer vehicles. In fact, driving habits like quick starts and stops, rate of speed, tire pressure, or even extra weight in the car are all factors that greatly affect the variability of fuel economy in a car. I want to point out on the left side of the fuel pump in the photo is the regular gasoline button, followed by E10, E15, E30, and E85 buttons. The E30 and E85 are for flex fuel vehicles only. Note the E15 sticker stating that E15 should only be used in 2001 and newer vehicles is present. It should be noted that the EPA's approval is not a mandate and does not force retailers to sell E15 or consumers to buy E15. Rather, the EPA is allowing up to 15% ethanol to be used in gasoline when and where desired. Consequently, at this time, relatively few gas stations offer E15 for sale. Thank you for listening today. For more information on E15, visit the websites listed on the slide.